I don't think I need to adjust picture. Cool. Yeah, it looks good. Oh, yeah. Give it a slight change here.
Okay. Guess he's doing stuff. Oh, I'm gonna make sure you see all my dick.
Mm-hmm. Well, all your dick would be in it.
Oh Lord. Yeah, the Instagram's an interesting angle, but it's the best you can do when you go upright. Wonder how long my battery's gonna last. It's at about 50%. Should be fine.
I mean, you could probably dim your whole screen too, and might elongate live, but
It's fine. It's over there.
it's cool. Oops, sorry. That was loud. Check, check. All right.
Check mic 1 2. What is this?
What is it? I guess I got some news, but it might be old news. Okay. Cool. All right. Well. So many adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
It's loud. All right. All right. I'm good now.
Just
Sorry.
whenever we're
Just putting shit together.
It's
all right.
It's all right. It's all right. Hey, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, I'm ready now.
Okay.
All right. Well, Jer Bear, let's do our thing here in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody out there in podcast land. Thanks for tuning in to another Brewnomics podcast, episode 89. I'm Jerry.
I am Vic.
And we are Sans, Paula, and Will. I'm sure they say hi. So, hi. This week, we are going to be talking about Halloween scenes in movies that probably aren't very Halloween or supposed to be Halloween movies. It's a hard one.
It is a hard one.
We're just trying to think outside the box.
Outside, yeah.
We like to do that. So we'll get into that later. But first, of course, some news and some beer.
And some beer. What are we drinking, good sir?
Our first beer is one I'm quite excited for. It is from Belching Beaver. It is their latest collaboration with the Deftones. This is Dia de los Deftones. Mexican style lager with lime, coming in at 5%. Awesome can. It's got that, Dios de los Muertos face paint on the label.
Yeah, this is a really cool label, man. They kicked ass with this one.
You got anything on the interwebs for us?
Yeah, sure. Let me. I'm on their website and I got some information coming at you. So, information. It says Dia de los Deftones is the namesake of the band's annual music festival, and we had to collaborate on a beer that reflected the amazing and diverse music featured, combining the refreshing crushability of the lager and the exciting flavor of lime. This combo is perfect for hanging out on a warm fall day, listening to some of the best music by one of the most seminal bands of our time.
Seminal.
For the excuse me.
So I've loved everything they've done so far. Mexican style lager is one of my favorite crushable beers, as they like to say.
That was an interesting adjective.
And I like how this one has lime in it already. Smells like it has lime in it already.
Oh yeah, it smells like it has like beer salt and lime combined.
Yes, it does. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh fuck! Ooh. I left the receipt in the kitchen.
Oh,
dang it! I don't remember at all what I paid for this.
But
it was not cheap.
No.
This is definitely one of the more expensive Mexican style lagers you're gonna get. I'll be surprised at how expensive Corona is.
Yeah, has it gone up a little? It is technically an import.
Yeah, it's like $10 a 6-pack.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's the same as like a good craft beer.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Makes no sense.
No, it's not a craft beer.
No, definitely not. But this is still more than that. But it's also way better, and it's way cooler story and way cooler label.
Oh yeah, 100%.
What do we have on Untapped?
Yeah, sure. Untapped has it sitting at a 3.68 from an average of 830 ratings. I said that backwards. It is an average rating of 3.68 derived from 830 ratings.
You're good, Bill.
Yeah.
We got you. This is a little salty. It definitely does seem like they put some beer salt in there. Just, that straight lime beer salt you would get at a gas station.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And I'm not mad at that. I have done that. There is beer salt in this house.
I was about to say, I was like, I'm pretty sure.
Guarantee there is.
Sometimes you need it.
So it was a 368?
368, correct.
Cool. I'll stick with that. I'll give it a 375. I enjoy this. I like the 5%. It's just right at the line. Right fucking there. But it's there. And you could certainly crush the shiz out of this.
Oh, absolutely, man. This is definitely crush a bull. I'll double down with you, a 3.75. I think it's very good, very drinkable, especially for like hanging out at an awesome music festival. This is a really good beer.
I would love to go to this festival. I have not. It is officially on the bucket list.
Nice, man. Yeah, this would be a great one to go to.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
This is interesting because I was wondering, I was like, there's not a song that I know of called Dia de los Deftones, because all their beers are titles of their songs. So it makes sense that this one is the Festival of the Deftones.
It is.
All right. Well, what do you think? What are you going to rate it? Did you rate it?
I did. Yeah, 375. Doubling down with you.
Okay.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Whoops. It's all right. Well, shall we get into some news?
Yeah, man.
When we finish up this booze? News and boozing.
News and boozing.
Man, it's kind of weird. Obviously, if you're listening to this, you can't tell, but since Paul and Will aren't here, we kind of readjusted the cameras for a better, more intimate angle. And I just feel like there's so much more of my face on these screens when I look over, and it's giving me a little bit of anxiety.
Is it now?
So much Jerry face.
It's a lot of Jerry. You know what's interesting is I looked up and I saw that you had put the Deftones can right in there, and I almost thought that was a real person for like a short second. I was like, oh.
Well, when I was taking pictures of the cans, it was focusing on it like it was an actual face, like it recognized it as one.
Dude, that's awesome.
I thought that was pretty funny. Okay, so anyways,
we digress.
Finally have an update on a big comic book movie that we haven't had an update on in a while.
Oh, yeah? Which one?
Yeah. Black Adam.
Oh, the Black Adam.
The Black Adam.
Nice.
Yep. Somebody, I can't remember his handle, I wish I did, said he was so excited about the movie, he made this sculpture of Black Adam sitting like atop the Anubis statue as the Rock. It was pretty badass. And the Rock posted it on Instagram and his Twitter and said, hey, don't worry, production on this movie is officially going to start July of 2020.
Oh, shit, son.
So we get that. So finally, an update on when it's going to start happening, because I've been wondering what the hell is going on with this for 10 years now, it feels like.
Yeah, it's been in production hell for a while. I mean, I feel like The Rock was named like the Black Adam like 3-4 years ago at this point.
I legitimately feel like 10 years, but it probably is 4 years. Yeah. I feel like before anything, even with the DC EU started, we were like, where's The Rock as Black Adam? It just never happened.
Never had it. Yeah. We've been missing out. I mean, yeah, and I think The Rock's going to do super awesome. Like, he was born to be in this role. Like, superhero proper. He's only acted like superheroes in, let's say, I don't know, Hobbs and Shaw in the Fast and the Furious series.
Yeah, well, and it's exactly. He's just a man that's a superhero.
Basically.
Yeah, and I mean, this one's been in such turmoil for so long. They even, and by they, the Warner Bros. Studios offered to give him Shazam. They're like, do you just want Shazam instead? And he's like, no, I want Black Adam, and just kind of kept holding out. And then, Zachary Levi got it. So
Shazam.
And I'm glad he held out, because I'd want to see him way more as a Black Adam type character than Shazam.
I think so too, man. And he does super well, like, because he was definitely that heel that was so great in SmackDown that he became a face, as you would explain it. Like,
exactly. So he's too cool to root against.
Exactly. So you just you want to see him be that bad person, but you're going to root for him because of.
And if you've read a lot of Black Adam comics, there are a lot of stories that kind of pull from that too. Like he's not a hero by any stretch of the imagination, but he's very relatable. You kind of sympathize with the guy. He is charming. You do like him, and he is one of those kind of bad guys you can root for. So he's definitely meant to play Black Adam.
100%, man.
And I can't remember who the interview was with, but Zachary Levi was talking about it. He said he thinks, because obviously the question was, okay, now that this has been announced, when are we going to get the Shazam Black Adam showdown, essentially?
Right.
Shazam 2, no plans for Black Adam. They're going to kind of continue the story. And then at that point, we'd be having like Black Adam coming to fruition. So be able to kind of have his origin story. And then it would be either like a Shazam 3 or a Black Adam 2, where they would come together either in their own movies or like a Shazam versus Black Adam or something.
Oh, like a Batman v Superman situation. Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I'd like to see too, because that way you totally get to flesh out Shazam and you get to flesh out Black Adam as characters with their arcs in place. And so I think that's a pretty good plan for the DCEU, and it sounds like the most planning they've done.
Right. Which is, it's like, oh, how amazing it can be when you take your time with shit and don't rush it.
Absolutely.
Try for a quality product.
Weird. You might get just a quality product.
Exactly. So no release date, but at least we have a production date. So
yeah, okay.
That's something.
That is something.
That is something.
I like that.
More DCEU news.
Nice.
All based around the Batman. Have you heard any of the Batman updates? Well, let me tell you something.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bill.
So one we've been keeping a close eye on has been Jonah Hill.
Yes.
Will he? Won't he? Who he be? Who he don't be?
Right.
You know who he be?
Nobody?
Nobody.
Nobody.
He be nobody. He out.
I saw that. Yeah, it was very interesting.
Which I'm kind of bummed. According to comicbookmovies.com, they just couldn't come to terms. Money-wise, character-wise, yes, the studio was pushing for him to be Penguin, but apparently he wanted to be Edward Nygma, a.k.a. the Riddler, and bring in Seth Rogen to be the Penguin.
What? See, that makes no sense at all.
So apparently he thinks he's a producer or a director as well, instead of just an actor, which to me, I'm just like, slow your roll, Jonah Hill.
Yeah. You're all right, but I mean, come on, you're no RDJ. Yeah. All right.
And as soon as I heard like Seth Rogen, like in a movie, if we were to get Jonah Hill and Seth Rogen, no matter who they were, but as the villains for something like Batman, you just immediately think, oh, great, we're going back to Joel Schumacher.
Oh,
it's going to be straight camp, or even fucking Batman 66.
Oh my god!
Like it's, and campiness is okay, especially with Batman, but it doesn't seem to be the direction we've all thought this movie's going to go, and that's just, I don't think what anybody wants or needs.
No, yeah, Seth Rogen would be inappropriate for the Penguin. That makes zero sense. Like,
so you imagine just have that Penguin laugh. You just get that Seth Rogen laugh.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, he's got a very iconic laugh. Yeah,
I gotta work on that one.
Yeah, it's more like a slow dry, like.
It's very identifiable either way. So no, just fucking hard no on that. So I'm now glad that's not happening.
Me too. Who do you think? Do they have any thoughts of who's going to replace him?
The Riddler has been cast.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't think of this character when we were going through our lists, but I really like it.
Okay.
It's Paul Dano.
Wow. I really like that.
Really good choice.
That is exciting.
Right? I think that's a phenomenal choice. And I'm sure there are people out there like, who Paul Dano be?
Oh, yeah.
I know he's in
Looper.
He was phenomenal
in
Looper. Let me pull up his IMDb list real quick. Let's check out his credits because I don't know. My brain's a little tired, so I need the help of the internet. But he's tall, skinny, kind of lanky guy. You can see how he can play. Oh, who was that? He was in that movie with Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, Swiss Army Man?
Swiss Army Man.
Yeah.
That's probably his most recognizable picture, I would think. Be the Swiss Army Man.
Oh, it's a good call, man. He's good in that.
What else? Backdoor Sluts 9?
Oh, Backdoor Sluts 9. Yeah. I
Or
mean,
was it Crotch Capers 3? I always get those two
well, Backdoor
confused.
Sluts 9 is way better than Crotch Capers 3.
Okay. Oh, yeah. 12 Years a Slave. He had a big role in that one.
Oh, that's right, man. Yeah, he kicked ass in that movie. God, that movie made me sad. That's a great movie.
I have not seen it.
If you want a good tearjerker,
Cowboys and Aliens. Not Cowboys and Aliens for a tearjerker. 12 Years a Slave.
yes,
What else? What else? What else?
a lot of indie films.
A lot of
honestly.
indie films.
Which
Oh, yeah. There Will Be Blood.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, really? Yeah. He was, spoiler alert, got killed by Daniel Day-Lewis. He was the slurp your milkshake scene.
Really?
Oh, he was phenomenal in Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah, man.
The Girl Next Door.
Klitz, huh? Interesting.
He was a big old nerdy character in that one.
It's a great name.
With a big old dong.
With a big old dong.
And I think that's about it. But he's been in quite a lot. But I think it's phenomenal casting.
Oh, absolutely. I am super pumped for that, man.
Now we just have Penguin because Catwoman's been cast. You hear that?
No, I didn't.
Zoe Kravitz is Selena Kyle. Also love that casting.
Dude, she's phenomenal too.
Really like that choice.
Okay.
God, Zoe may end up being more famous than her dad at this point.
I think so,
she
man.
is talented. So that's going to be a really fun one. I like that direction. So let's talk about Penguin.
Okay.
Who do you want to be Penguin? Not Seth Rogen.
Not Seth Rogen. We know that much. He's out of the running.
Yeah, Jonah Hill really would have been a good one, but since that's out, I haven't put too much thought into who I want the Penguin to be. It doesn't have to be a robust character because we saw in Gotham, Robin Taylor Lord or whatever, I'm pretty sure that's his name, was such a good Penguin, even as a real skinny guy. He just, the way he personified and they did that character was awesome. There was somebody who tweeted that they are interested in being the Penguin. I'm not sure if he was serious or not, but it did kind of crack me up. Jason Alexander.
Really?
Yes.
Oh gosh, that would be hilarious. I kind of want it though.
I would not be mad at that.
Not in the least.
I would not, especially if he sang that hamburger, that McDonald's commercial he was in back in the 90s. That terrible.
Dude, that's right. I totally forgot about
lettuce and tomato hamburger sandwich or whatever that just super bombed.
Oh, right. God damn, that's fantastic though. That would be a phenomenal casting choice. I mean, it's funny. You need like a Danny DeVito type character. I think that's the archetype in most people's mind when they're trying to get somebody into the Penguin role. But somebody like Robin Lord Taylor, you mentioned, did a phenomenal job with that particular piece. So
I'm curious, Brewtang Clan, if you're listening and you're out there, who do you think should be Penguin? Because that's an interesting casting choice.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
Wait, Peter Dinklage?
Oh, I would love that. That could be pretty awesome. What if they gender swapped it and made it like Melissa McCarthy?
Holy shit. That'd be interesting.
I would be okay with that.
I'd be all right with it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's enough on that.
Yeah. Moving on. Yeah.
But yeah. Big Batman news, man. I guess we'll see what happens.
This movie's shaping up to be interesting. I mean, so we're throwing in already the rogues because you got Penguin, Catwoman, and Riddler showing up. So this is already proving to be a very interesting film.
And I wonder if there's going to be more villains announced too, to kind of complete that, or if they're going to try and keep it a little bit more simple with the first movie.
Yeah, like would we see a Poison Ivy? Would we see Mr. Freeze? Like, I don't know what they'd all be teaming up for. This is kind of like a giant threat level already.
And it doesn't really work in movies, especially if this is, Robert Pattinson being the first time Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
And there have been a handful of comic book movies that have tried to start their franchise like that and failed, where they just do too much too quickly, introduce way too many characters way too fast. And if you start to do more than just like the Catwoman, Penguin, and Riddler, it's going to get way too much, way too fast, real quick.
Oh, 100%.
And I think Zaz is going to be in this one.
Really?
Am I making that? I might be making that up. That might be Suicide Squad.
I don't know.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Probably a lot of people.
Probably, yeah.
I don't remember.
Look it up. Check the IMDb of the movies.
That's pretty much what I got for the DCEU world when it comes to news, I think.
That was pretty news heavy, and no Suicide Squad news. Usually we've been like vehemently updating you.
We're pretty much just waiting for the next few things. There have been some rumors released as far as character updates for which actors play who, but they're all too heavily rumored, and some of them I don't agree with, so I haven't really been paying attention to them.
It's fair.
Yeah. I mean, there is more news, but that's it for DC.
Okay. Well, thanks for sharing.
Yay, you're welcome. There is some news on another comic book franchise.
Okay.
Casting that could be pretty exciting. I'm talking about the movie Venom 2.
Oh, Venom 2.
Bring in Shriek.
Oh, Max Shriek?
No, Shriek. The symbiote Shriek. The female one, which is like the Carnage love interest.
You're right. Because they're trying to do all the symbiotes, basically.
Correct.
Right, okay.
And Shriek is one that's grown massively in popularity in the comic books lately, especially because, a lot of people love kind of that psycho boyfriend-girlfriend connection ship that you sometimes see in the comic books with villains. And rumor, not confirmed, just rumor, who's in talks to play Shriek right now is Naomi Harris.
Naomi Harris?
And I really like that kind of casting idea too. Most famously, I think, as Miss Moneypenny.
That's right.
In the latest Bond franchise. She's been in quite a bit. But yeah, I'm curious as where they're going to go with this one. It looks like it is going to be pretty symbiote heavy. And I'm still so excited to see what Andy Serkis is going to do.
I know, man.
As far as the director goes.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I'm very curious to see how this pans out.
Yeah. I wonder what other symbiotes they're going to bring into the universe on this one, or if they're just going to try and... I hope they don't overload it, because I think just a Shriek and Carnage against a Venom right there, that is enough. That's a powerful enough duo verse one, and then maybe if you want to bring back, what's her name? The fucking Eddie Brock's love interest, you could, but I hope you don't.
Who was the love interest?
She's super forgettable. She's just that terrible.
Oh, clearly. Yeah, so kind of looking up all the different sort of symbiotes. You have Carnage, Grendel.
Hybrid, Lasher. There are a lot of different symbiotes, and they're more and more. Null, Knull. He's one of the newest, more powerful ones.
Null. Interesting.
Yeah. Bizarnage. Bizarnage is the amalgam of Bizarro and Carnage. That sounds amazing.
That sounds scary.
That sounds terrifying. Agony. One of 5 symbiotes forcibly spawned from the Venom symbiote by the Life Foundation.
This is it's a very interesting world too, and it's kind of nuts.
All right, and then so let's just leave it with because Riot was, I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be Riot in the first Venom movie.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, but that movie was it was bad.
Was not great.
But hopefully the second one will be better, especially with Andy Serkis. That's the plan.
That's the plan. Hopefully it happens.
And enough of that shit.
Okay.
But still some Marvel. Kevin Feige.
Sure.
Fagerstein.
Mm-hmm. Good old KF.
Kevin Federline. No, not that one. He just got promoted.
I did.
Again. He is now officially Marvel's Chief Creative Officer.
Oh, the CCO.
He's the CCO, yep. In addition to being the president of Marvel Studios.
In addition.
Correct. Wow. So now he only has like 2 bosses, and it's like Bob Iger and whoever else the co-president of Disney is at this point. I wonder how much fucking money he's making at this point.
I like, it's absurd to me. I'm like, he's got to have a house in every country at this point. Like,
several in this one.
I
guess that means he's responsible for the creative direction in all publishing, movies, TV, and animation.
Damn.
I
mean, kind of awesome for him, but I'm also worried that without other individuals like in creative direction and like present, like that's a lot for a person to control.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
It really is a lot.
He's proven it too. He's done a fantastic job with the Marvel movies, but I still think like we can all benefit from, other people and with collaboration and teamwork in the mix. And if
Well,
he's running multiple positions, it's kind of hard to do.
and I wonder if that's going to be the case, or if he's just some of the stuff he was doing before, he's going to let go because he's not directly involved in a lot of the movies like he was. So I think he's trying to pick people that he trusts, kind of like maybe your J.J. Abrams and your Taika Waititis that have proven that they can do a really good job. And then you bring it to me and I'll just check it off and make sure it's okay.
Yeah.
And then if I have an idea and we need to change it, we'll kind of do that.
That could be.
I don't know.
It kind of allows him to keep doing more of what he's doing on a much more influential level, I think. So
I really wonder what his salary is.
Me too.
Can you Google that? Is that public information?
Maybe. We'll see. I can probably get an approximation.
An approximation of how much Kevin Feige? How do you actually pronounce his last name?
Feige? I think it's Feige.
I think it's Feige too.
Although I can't spell it.
Feige.
Salary. We'll see. Annual salary.
Click.
Google search. How much money does Kevin Feige make? Net worth is $154.5 million.
Jesus Christ. Net worth is a confusing thing to judge how much money somebody really has, because it's just mostly how much things do you have.
Basically,
it says he makes $25.75 million a year.
Per week, he makes $495,192.31. He makes $70,000 a day. He makes $3,000 an hour, $48.99 per minute, and 82 cents a second.
Since you've been on this page, he has earned $29.60. God damn it.
The number's rising. I kind of like this website.
Oh,
it's pretty
wow.
fun.
That's amazing. Okay. That makes me a little sad.
Doesn't it? Man, don't you wish you had a counter that just continually went up of the amount of dollars you're constantly making? I mean, this man sleeps and makes
I would have had a salary like this.
Yeah. Good God. $3,000 an hour? He makes $25,000 when he's asleep. And that's if he sleeps 8 hours.
Yeah, and he probably doesn't.
Yeah. Good God.
Really?
God, my life is sad. I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut. What you gonna do?
Get that nut.
Get that nut. That's all I can do. Man, he's got the market cornered on all nuts, and
he's got all the nuts.
He's got other squirrels bringing him nuts at this point. It's absurd. He's like, you know what? You're so good. We're just gonna give these to you. We don't need them.
I'm gonna take your nuts and your nuts.
Exactly.
And add them to my nuts.
Just gonna bank them. Gonna start my own forest. See what happens.
Jesus Christ.
I really rode that analogy for all it was worth.
And I wonder if that's been updated since he got promoted.
I wonder.
I doubt it, because this news just came out.
Oh, probably
from a Variety report the last few days.
Oh.
So I doubt the information on his new salary's out. So my guess is
he now makes more. More than 82 cents per minute. He's probably at $1 a minute at some point. I think it's funny too, because I think some of the stats were out there on Michael Jordan when he was in his prime. He was making something like $2 a second, or I don't know, it was something silly like that. He was making just tons of cash.
ESPN was really good about that for a while. They actually had a salary tracker on there with athletes of all different sports, and you could put in your salary versus their salary, it would tell you how many years it took. Remember the ones I looked, there was LeBron James, and then Albert Pujols, after he got signed to the Angels for a 10-year, $250 million deal. And it was, I can't remember what it was. I think at the time I was doing okay. I was making I'd be less than now, but I don't know if I want to say whatever. It's about $35,000 a year. And it was for Albert Pujols. It was not even one at bat. It was 2 pitches. And for LeBron James, it was 1 point. 1
Wow.
point. If he scores 1 point, it's my
Jesus.
Sally was man's.
Jesus
He got paid
Christ.
pretty much $35,000 a point.
Fuck.
So when he just makes his average, 2-point shot, and there's 2 years.
When on the day when he calls it in, and he just gives it like a weak ass layup, and he somehow makes that point, he's just made $35,000. Good Christ, man! It makes you want to cry some days.
A free throw.
Yeah, and that's a free throw. I mean, it's in the name. It's a free
Free
throw.
throw.
People get out of your
That's
way.
a $35,000 throw.
That's absurd.
Yeah.
Well, that makes my dick feel small.
No shit.
And that's okay.
So, yeah.
Well, moving on. If you ever want to feel bad about yourself, check out an athlete's salary.
No
Good
shit.
God.
Especially now. It makes even more money now than they did then.
100%.
Dude, if I were to do now against like shit, I don't know, like Bryce what's his name? I can't believe I just forgot his last name. Whatever.
It's cool.
Now.
It's all right.
It's been a long week.
I get it. I'm with you 100%.
Let's drink another beer because I feel like I need another beer.
I'm with you, buddy. What do we got here?
This is this week's Fresh Hop Series beer. I shouldn't do that.
I like it. We're going to keep it.
It's from Hopworks Urban Brewery. Motherfucking struggle bus population, Jerrytown.
It's okay, buddy. I'll go to your town.
It's their Fresh Hop Totally Chill Hazy IPA. Pretty cool label on the can. It looks like a Sasquatch with purple hair and a headband. Oh my God, excuse me. That was disgusting.
There is a hop within that headband.
Within the headband.
Which is kind of nice, kind of like a flower atop it.
These guys are out of Oregon.
6%
is what this one comes in at.
That's a good place to be in.
1% of the sales benefit environmental organizations.
Oh. I'm going to get to accomplish something with this beer.
Good beer does good. Let's try it. What do you got?
Well, looking at their website, it says a fresh hopped version of our favorite summer seasonal. This hazy IPA is available for 1 month only during fresh hop season.
That's what's so exciting about these fresh hop beers, man, is you just get them while you can get them. And a lot of times it'll be a variant of their normal, I'm sure, totally chill hazy IPA, but this one gets to be the fresh hop motherfucking beer.
This is tasting notes: cloudy with fluffy mouthfeel from oats and wheat, loaded with tropical hop aroma and taste, citrusy and melon flavors from freshly picked Northwest hops.
And if you are watching live, or if you see the picture of the can, it is illustrated by Martin Ontiveros.
Oh, Mr. Ontiveros.
Ontiveros. It's a cool last name.
It's super cool.
Okay. Well then, shall we rate this?
Yeah, man. So checking on Untapped, it says it's we have an average rating of 3.89 derived from 980 ratings.
So good rating.
It's a pretty strong rating so far. And at 980 ratings, today is the 20th of October upon this recording. So that's a pretty good setup.
Does it got a good descript? A good descripto. Yeah,
let's check it out. It says, hey, it's all good. This hazy IPA is loaded with pineapple and mango hop flavor from Azaka, Mosaic, and El Dorado hops. We brewed it with generous amounts of oats and wheats for a super cloudy look and fluffy mouthfeel. Fluffy. I've never had a mouthfeel described as fluffy.
I think we have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure we've said that before.
Probably.
But I could totally see that with this one. It is fluffy. It is kind of got that hazy fluff to it that you would come to expect from a hazy beer. Very good. Very gentle. I like the 6%. Smooth and fluffy. It's like drinking a delicious alcoholic cloud.
I was about to say you took the words right out of my mouth. It's a straight up cloud in my mouth. It's lovely. It's smooth. Yeah, like it's just nice. It's very refreshing.
Yeah, I could fuck with this one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy it. 3.89 is a pretty good rating. I could rate this a 4. Again, can't remember the price on this one because we left the receipts in the other room like dickheads.
Yeah, that's what happens sometimes.
But Hopworks Urban Brewery, aka Hub, they're usually pretty well priced. This would probably be a $10, $11 six pack, which I think would be fair. So I'll give it a Quattro.
Quattro,
Give it a
nice.
Quattro. I would drink this again, especially just that fresh hopness with the hazy. Just kind of got to get it while you can.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I like that
It
too.
makes me want it.
Get in it. I want it to be inside of you.
Yes.
I do think this is a really good beer. I think this is an awesome representation of a fresh hop beer as well. I'm gonna do you one better. 4.25
Oh,
on this one.
wow.
Yeah, this is a tasty bev.
And it does. It has. We kind of complained last week how we weren't getting big aromas from our fresh hops, like you're supposed to. This changes that. No complaints here. You get some good, beautiful tropical smells. That mango really kind of comes through, and I'm even a little stuffy, and I can still smell the mango on there and kind of that hot pop.
That hot pop. Yeah, no, 100%. I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, this is definitely the aromas come through in this one. It's nice. You get that mango sort of passion fruit, guava kind of flavor just off the nose, and then you drink it, and you're like,
Yeah, if this beer is out while we're around, while it's still here, I'm gonna get it. Gonna get it if I still see it out and about. Sorry, still a little stroke with words there.
Oh, it's okay.
Struggling.
Struggle City, man.
Struggling.
Well, all right. Do we have any more news?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Do you have any?
I think I did.
You think you did?
I got to double check. I only sort of gave it a periphery. Just a bit of an update on the Matrix 4 that we're not sure that we don't need.
Yes.
So we have Neil Patrick Harris lands a role in the latest installment.
That's right. I think I saw something about that. Do we know anything other than he's in it?
We just know that he's in it at this point. Yeah, that's all we got.
This is stressing me out.
I know. They're very tight-lipped on what's going on with this movie. We have, plot details are all currently unknown. So it's rumored that a young Morpheus could appear in the movie.
That's kind of what I'm wondering, if they're bringing back Carrie-Anne Moss's Trinity, and if they're going to try and de-age a lot of these characters, do some sort of weird prequel thing. Because I guess that is one thing about the Matrix with that universe is, and I don't know if they've touched upon this, but they could, with the coding where time doesn't matter.
Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, it would kind of make sense to me because time is like a human construct, and the Matrix, that universe could be outside of, kind of the time-space continuum, or I don't know how you'd want to say, however you want to say it to make it sound smart.
Sure.
But you know what I'm saying.
I hear you, man. That's a great point, honestly, because that movie does take place in a dystopian future, but when you're in the Matrix, you're in the late 90s, so kind of curious. Yeah, they can mess with time on a pretty cool level there. I like that.
If done right.
If done right.
If done right. And if we know anything about the Matrix, we know they sometimes don't do right.
That's true.
But sometimes they do.
And that's pretty awesome when it happens.
It's very awesome when it happens. So we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, so I thought it was interesting. NPH in there, so we'll see what happens.
I'm very curious as to what he's going to be doing. Oh, and I guess this just reminded me that they have already started production and filming on season 2 of The Mandalorian.
Oh, already? We don't even have season 1 yet.
We don't even have season 1 yet. There have been some kind of screenings of it, and it's getting very positive reviews.
Okay.
But without season 1 being even watched or released, because Disney Plus is not available yet.
No, it's not available till next month.
Exactly.
Jeez.
And they've already started filming season 2.
Dude, that is nuts. Ballsy. But Disney has the money to just fucking do 6 seasons on that and not even worry about it.
They're bringing in a new director for it too, and it was a crazy name, and now I can't remember who.
It wasn't a Waititi?
It was not a Waititi. It was not John Favreau. It was an actor. I want to say it was an actor, older, black.
Anton Fuqua?
No,
Okay.
he's got the big gap between his teeth.
Big gap.
Was in season 6 of Community.
Was he? Oh.
And many other things.
We're talking Childish Gambino here?
Requiem for a Dream. Why can I not
Is
think
he a
of his
Wayans
name?
brother?
He is not a Wayans brother. I don't even know if it's the right person, but I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, come on, Day.
Carl Weathers?
Yes. No, that's not who I was thinking of, but yes, it is Carl Weathers.
Yes, okay.
He does not have a gap between his teeth.
He does not.
But yes, Carl Weathers.
Okay, yeah, I just had to give up on that one. Yeah, Carl Weathers, the holy shit, man, that's awesome.
And also much cooler than who I was thinking of.
God damn, man. Fucking yeah. Yeah, that's fantastic, man. I think that's yeah. Fucking Carl Weathers.
Has he directed anything that we know of? I don't think he has.
No, I think this might be his first outing. Will rise to the director role for an episode. It says for an episode.
And that okay. And I don't think he's taking. And I think a lot of these shows kind of switch out directors from episode to episode. But Carl Weathers is going to be directing an episode of The Mandalorian.
That's fucking rad, man. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm. And Bill Burr's in it.
Bill Burr?
Yeah, he's in The Mandalorian season 1. He's a character. I can't remember who.
All right.
It's going to be crazy.
That's going to be crazy. Yeah, like, we're definitely got to get this Disney Plus streaming service for sure.
I'm
like,
so excited.
Me too, man.
Yeah. Okay. I think that is officially a good wrap up on news.
All right, man.
All right. How you feeling? You want to take a quick break?
We can take a quick breather.
All right. Let's do that. And then we'll get back with you and talk about some happy movie things.
Okay. Bye. Nice.
Okay.
YouTube, I believe you're out there. I'm looking at you intently with desire. I like that you're there.
Okay. It's fucking good enough.
It's good enough, Jerry.
Good enough. It's pretty much been my motto. Good enough, Jerry.
Good enough.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's show enough.
Show enough.
Okay, we are 40 minutes in. 39,
40 minutes in?
53.
Okay, it's not too bad.
Mark
It's not too bad.
Must mark my time here. Let's see. 40 minutes in. Okay. Okay, I can make that go away. Come back with a black cauldron.
God, you gotta finish with a fucking Imperial Stout and an Imperial Porter. Ugh.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. Buddy. It's gonna be a little rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. Okay, Burgess Meredith. So when I searched director of season 2 of The Mandalorian, like it says people also search for Gina Carano, Talia Shire, Burt Young, Burgess Meredith, Sylvester Stallone, Tony Burton, and Bill Duke.
Oh, sorry. Who's Bill Duke?
I don't know.
Who's Bill Duke?
He's in he's currently like kind of the main antagonist in Black Lightning right now, but other than that I couldn't really tell you what he's been in. You watch a lot of Black Lightning, probably not.
I have watched 0 episodes.
It's not bad. I'm kind of in it right now. I do like it. It's a good show. You know.
Interesting.
It's got its moments. Still a CW show, but it is what it is.
It is what it is, isn't it?
I'm in it.
Yeah. Well.
All right. Who's bringing us back?
Almost made a boo-boo. You can bring us back and try and explain what we're doing.
I will try. Okay. Here we go. Are we doing beer first or show first?
Bring us back. Then I guess talk about what we're going to be doing. And then we'll just
segue to the beer.
Clunky segue.
Clunky segue. Like it. All right. Coming back in 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brewnomics podcast. Hope you learned something. Hope something changed your mind if you were open-minded. I guess now you know. So getting into our main topic, I'm going to try to describe what we're doing today. So we are going to talk about movies that have Halloween elements in them, yet they are not Halloween movies. And so movies like the movie Halloween is a scary movie. We're not talking about that. We're talking about movies that are kind of released around Halloween time. They have elements of Halloween in them, like scary ghosts
or Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus,
which is a little too on the nose for Halloween movies.
Also Halloween Town, another Disney movie, a little too on the nose. But yeah, we're just kind of highlighting movies that have Halloween elements in them. And so that's what we'll be doing today. But first, clunky segue. We're talking about our beer, our I'd Tap That Beer next. So right now, Jerry is pouring us a beer called Black Cauldron by Grand Teton Brewing.
These guys are out of Victor, Idaho, so this is part of our I'd Tap That segment. An Imperial Stout coming in at 9.5%. I was really excited to get this one. Congratulations to Grand Teton Brewing. This beer just took silver in the Great American Beer Festival under the stout category.
Absolutely.
So, of course, as soon as we heard that, we had to try it. Make sure we get it on the podcast ASAFP and see if we feel the same.
Ooh, this is the dork beer.
Very dork. Very dark. Cool label. It's just, a black label. Kind of got some mountains on it. No cauldrons,
No cauldrons.
but maybe they're called Mountains.
There is a specific geographical element in some mountains called a caldera, which is
Correct.
a
Volcanic.
indentation in the top of a mountaintop. And that usually has a lake most times.
True.
Maybe that's what they're referring to.
Maybe.
We don't know.
What do we got on Untapped for these guys?
So Untapped has it sitting at a 3.84 average rating, derived from approximately 4,900 ratings. Man, I'm in Struggle Town too.
It's contagious.
Contagious.
Apparently.
Yikes. Yeah. So Untapped has it sitting at 9.5% ABV, 54 IBUs, and it reads, there are few styles of beer more flavorful than imperial stouts. Our thick, rich version was brewed with plenty of caramel and roasted malts and subtly spiced with American Chinook and Styrian Golding hops. We've accentuated the natural smokiness of the brew by adding a small amount of beechwood smoked malt at 22 degrees starting gravity and 8% alcohol by volume. This beer boasts flavors of chocolate and coffee, along with raisins and dried fruit soaked in sherry. Black Cauldron is a strong ale, best enjoyed in moderation and paired with full flavored grilled or roasted meats with dessert. Chocolate cakes, truffles, fruit tarts, caramel flan, or creme brulee are all excellent matches in the dessert category. Man,
Oh, this would be wonderful with a creme brulee.
creme brulee
This is very roasty.
smells sweet and roasty.
It really is. Raisins in there. Interesting. I didn't get a raisin profile from it. I am kind of getting that smoked malt that they use, but it's not overly smoky. It's just a nice subtle touch.
Very subtle.
Nice and subtle.
Mm-hmm.
Yummies, man. Yummies. 9.5%. This will get you there.
Wow, yeah.
Complex, but not over complex. I think very drinkable,
Very
especially
drinkable.
at 9.5.
I don't notice the alcohol,
Yeah.
which is scary to me.
This will warm you right up.
That's
for another sip.
It's a good one. We do our winter warmers, man. This might be a part of it. It is rich, it's velvety, it's smooth as silk on a Sunday, as I like to say. It's a nice beer, man. It's a very nice beer. I feel like I want to taste the gold. That's what I want to taste, the gold in this category.
This. Oh, well done, Grand Teton. Absolutely, you should have medaled. I think you should be very proud of yourself. 3.84. I think that's a good rating. I think I'd give it a 3.75. I don't know if I'm quite at a 4, mostly just because I think I'm probably a one and done for the night. For the night, not ultimately, but just for the night.
It's a good point
on there. Beautiful, delicious, great color. I like that kind of caramel brown head that it leaves. Has a little fluffiness to it. I'd tap it.
Yeah,
it's getting tapped.
Would you? Maybe maybe a smaller keg, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this would be a great a pony keg to get you through the winter. That would be, I think, absolutely fantastic. Again, I don't know if I'd want to drink this year round, but for where we are right now, the stouts, the season change. Excuse me. Absolutely. And I'm not a huge fan of stouts as far as to drink all the time, but we do have a lot of friends and people that do. So just due to the nature that, hey, you come over, I want you to have a good beer that's not one of my IPAs or weird things that you're not going to want to drink.
True.
Here's a delicious fucking Imperial Stout.
Yeah, you'll enjoy yourself. Yeah, because I'm not a big Imperial Stout person as well, but I know Paula and Will are, who aren't here today to represent that as well. So I feel like they would enjoy it super well. I'm enjoying it, even though I'm not a stout person. I would probably rate this. I'll double down with you, a 3.75 as well, and I would tap it, but I would tap it with a smaller keg for sure, just something I can enjoy very subtly through the winter months.
Right. Well, that's would maybe also be the nice thing about it being a stout is if you tapped it on a full keg, as long as you keep it in good condition, the motherfucker's going to last you forever. You can drink this whenever you want. That is one of the beautiful things about a stout over an IPA is they last a lot longer. You can bottle condition them, you can cellar them, drink it next year when you're
It's a
ready
great
for it
point,
again.
man. Great point.
So I really enjoy this. Again, great job, Grand Teton Brewing. Nice shout out to tiny little town of Victor, Idaho. Can you give us a Googs? What's the population of Victor, Idaho?
I was actually curious. Yeah, let's look into that. So Victor, Idaho, population, ouch town. Let's see here. Oh, let's see here. So Victor, Idaho has approximately 2,145 individuals there as of the 2017 census.
2,145.
Yes. Which has gone
Damn.
up in the past years. In 1990, it was under 500.
Hey, growing.
In 95, it was hitting 500. In 2000, they were hitting at
Those
approximately
numbers, it's growing rapidly.
1,000. In 2010, they moved themselves up to about 2,000. So, yeah, it's gone up.
Dang, they're probably all the way up to 2,500 by now.
Maybe. I mean, on
Can't
this
wait
rate,
to see what the next census says.
yeah. Based on this population growth, they're probably sitting around 2,500 peeps right now.
That's awesome.
Man. Actually, man, I don't know. They were 3 years ago, based on the amount of people. Yeah, it'd probably just be under 2,500. It's interesting. Small town.
Interesting indeed. I don't even know where Victor, Idaho is.
Apparently, it's the largest city in Teton County, Idaho, which is where we get Grand Teton Brewing.
Oh, that makes sense. I still don't know where in Idaho that is.
Well, I'm not sure either. Let's look. I'm not even looking at that.
My guess is eastern Idaho or northern Idaho. Either very east or very north.
It is very east.
Very east. Like next to Yellowstone-ish,
I want to say. Basically on the border of Montana or what, yeah.
That's what I thought it said as a border town.
Mm-hmm.
I did. All right.
Yeah, that's fun.
I know my Idaho geography.
Yeah.
More than I give myself credit.
Oh, no, yeah, I apologize. I misread it. Yeah, basically on the border between Idaho and Wyoming. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good call.
So, yeah, I think right by Yellowstone.
Yep, next to the Grand Teton National Forest. Or in it.
In it. All up in it.
All up in it.
Yeah. Sorry. That was unnecessary. Okay, let's get into it.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about whatever you said earlier.
Yeah, what did I say?
Halloween scenes and non-traditional Halloween movies. Or not Halloween related at all, but there's maybe a moment that involves it or whatever.
Yeah, so we told you at the beginning of the show, we had kind of a tough time thinking about these movies. There's not really a comprehensive list. They kind of are, but not really. Like, we really had to, dig into our own memories with shows that we've watched and do some research. But it is kind of a struggle to come into this one. So we were doing a little bit of pioneering in this route. And let us know if you have a movie that you feel has some Halloween elements to it and that we missed. But we'll go through what we can think of right now.
Yeah, I think it'd be kind of fun. So let's see what we got. I think I'm going to start with maybe the most famous, because it's also the most fun, is E.T., 1982's E.T.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the Halloween scene where, of course, Elliot's excited to be able to take E.T. out because it's Halloween. He can dress him up as a cute little ghost before you get that one of the most iconic scenes of all time.
Oh, yeah.
But within it, there's somebody dressed up as Yoda. And E.T. notices Yoda, obviously notices and kind of wanders towards him before Elliot yanks him away because he doesn't really understand the concept of what Halloween is. And this has created a theory, or maybe even more than a theory, that E.T. and Star Wars are the same universe. So that maybe E.T. is not our universe, or that we are in the same one. Because if you look in episode 1, Phantom of the Menace, when they're at Senate chamber, when they show all the different types of aliens, there are a couple ETs sitting there in the background. It's one of the Easter eggs there.
No,
yeah,
I did not know that.
Really?
Man.
So,
that's pretty fucking
super
cool.
tight. So ET and Star Wars, potentially the same universe. So that's one of those reasons that I like that as a kid, because you kind of, especially watching back now with 1982, the differences in costumes that you see, the creativity is really fun. But then the fact that, again, Link to Star Wars.
Super
Cool
rad,
as
man.
shit.
That's cool as fuck,
shit.
dude. I love it. That's great, man. So kind of moving on down our list here. I'm gonna talk about the Karate Kid. You had brought this up.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the Halloween is the whole reason that we have the Karate Kid, right? Because this is the one where Danny Russo mouths off or does whatever to piss off these. They're all kind of dressed as skeletons. You get Billy Zabka, Johnny. Jesus Christ, I couldn't think of his name.
No, it's all right. I got you. Yeah.
Anyways,
yep.
The whole Cobra Kai are essentially chasing Ralph Macchio's character, Danny LaRusso, through, beating him up. And then, of course, that's when Pat Morita comes and saves the day. And then he decides to start doing his karate.
Yeah.
So,
arguably, some would say that even without the scene where Pat Morita comes in and like saves LaRusso, maybe if he didn't come in here, LaRusso wouldn't have been on track to be the good fighter that he was.
Oh, absolutely not.
He wouldn't have been trained.
I mean, it changed everything.
It really did.
I mean, it really is one of the crucial moments of the Karate Kid. And it's all based around Halloween.
Super cool. Yeah, because he had that interesting costume as a shower?
LaRusso?
Yeah.
I cannot remember. I just remember Billy being the... Wait, what is Billy's name? Johnny?
Johnny.
Jesus.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Johnny being the skeleton. I don't really remember what LaRusso's costume
was. No,
was.
yeah, because it was interesting. He had like the greatest costume for any sort of junior high, like sort of dance, which is great because like basically he was a tub with curtains and a shower, and you could just like roll in and like close your curtains around you and you just do what you want.
That would be pretty smart.
He had like rolling privacy with him, but he didn't use it to his full advantage. Didn't do it.
It's too bad.
It was. It's a great idea. But yeah, it was a weird costume. I kind of give him credit for it. That was fun.
You should give him credit for it.
Maybe the production team, because that wasn't LaRusso's deal.
Where'd the beer go?
Okay, well, moving on with our list. Let's see here. What do you want to go with, Jerry?
Here's one that I'll go with because I thought it was a really cool scene in a mediocre movie.
Okay.
And that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Out of the Shadows.
Okay.
I actually enjoyed this movie.
I enjoyed it too.
I shouldn't enjoy this movie, but I'm so nostalgic for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And Seamus is Rocksteady in it. And that's just so neat to me.
Well, Stephen Amell?
Stephen Amell's so
Casey Jones?
He's terrible.
He's terrible, but still pretty fun.
I love Stephen Amell so much, and I hate saying that, but he's so... I'm going to be a detective. Oh, shut up, Stephen.
Shut up.
But still pretty fun movie. But in the beginning, there's a big old Halloween parade going through New York. As we know, they have the largest parade in the United States during Halloween. And I'm sure you know that because you listened to our last podcast where that was a trivia question.
Was
approximately 50,000 participants.
It's a lot.
But Michelangelo gets really excited, pops out of the sewer because nobody's going to know. And of course, everybody's like, hey, cool costume, because it looks like it. So they finally get to be out and about, and it's kind of a really cool, touching moment. But then around this time, 2016, there was this cosplayer. I can't remember his name, but he went viral for having an actual Transformer costume. So he made a bunch of them, but he did a Bumblebee one where it was actually the Camaro, and he made it to where he would squat down, get wheels, and he'd like push himself as a car and then stand up and transform and be an actual standing Transformer with
That's
it.
right.
And made
it was rad.
into the fucking movie because of it. They loved it so much they straight up gave him a cameo, and he did his little Transformer thing with it, and it was such a cool scene.
Rad, dude. That's
I can't remember his
totally
name, but just
it.
look up Transformer cosplayer and you'll see it, and it is fucking, it's legit.
Yeah,
it's pretty neat, the creativity this dude has, and
so
ingenuity and engineering to put into a costume like this.
Oh, 100%, dude. It was fantastic. Didn't seem like it was physically possible the way that like he just moved too.
Yeah, because I mean, talking about Ninja Turtles, you're always always going to see Ninja Turtle costumes on Halloween, as well you fucking should.
It's goddamn turtles.
So it's fun because a lot of these, there are so many great movies like this that aren't Halloween based that you see people play Halloween characters as, and I love that they gave a shout out to Halloween.
Very cool, man. Very fucking cool. Nicely done. All right, moving on here a little bit. I'd like to talk about the Addams Family. So this was a little bit of a reach too in this particular category, but I do think it's relevant, sort of as a Halloween element in a non-Halloween based film, because what I'm really talking about here is like there was a scene where they do the family reunion. Where you have like everybody coming back from the dead. We have cousin It showing up and this ridiculous hearse mobile. It was fantastic. This movie, just as a whole, is just really a whole callback to like a lot of different Halloween moments, which is just kind of awesome.
It is. They do all your classical movie monsters with it, and it's so much fun. The Addams Family and Addams Family 2. I love those movies as kids.
Straight up.
I love the series. I haven't seen the animated movie yet, but I really want to.
Yeah, I didn't realize
it's got a great cast. It's already out. It's been out for about 2 weeks.
Oh wow!
In theaters. But talk about another one of the most costumed characters that you're going to see out and about for decades now for Halloween is the Addams Family. Whether you get somebody that's going to play Wednesday Adam or that's going to play Gomez and Morticia, that's one of the most popular couples costumes, and I think for damn good reason.
That was great.
So it's a lot of fun. I really like the Addams Family shout out.
I did too. Yeah, I think it was a solid like shout out to that one. It was fucking awesome, man. It was just a good movie. Grew up on it. Christina Ricci was great as Wednesday Addams, and then you had, oh man, help me out with Gomez.
Oh, Sal. Oh God, what is it? May he rest in peace.
Yes.
Beautiful, sweet man. Sal. What is his name?
I want to say Al Ghul, but I know I'm wrong.
No. Oh, what is his name?
What is his name? If you could let us know, we super appreciate.
Dude, we are struggling.
Yeah,
tonight.
we are in struggle city, bro.
Clan. But we are, struggling.
Yeah, because Raul Julia.
Raul Julia.
God, that took me a minute. And you have Angelica Houston
as Morticia.
As Morticia. Super good. Yeah, she looked good.
What's the brother's name? It's not Wednesday Addams, but the little fat kid in the striped shirt.
I'm trying to remember his character name. I'm pulling it up right now.
It's like Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Let's see here.
Tuesday Addams. Thursday Addams.
Definitely not a Friday.
Not a Friday. He's maybe more of a Monday. He's got a case of the Mondays.
He's got a case of the Mondays. What is his name? Oh, Pugsley Addams.
Pugsley.
Played by Jimmy Workman. I don't know what Jimmy's been in, but that's who it was.
Okay. What else do we got? Let's talk about Idle Hands 1999's Idle Hands.
Yeah, help me out there.
Have you ever seen this movie?
It's been a super good while.
A long time. So this is starring Seth Green, and he is a high schooler. He's a lazy kid who is so lazy his hand gets possessed by the devil. Idle hands are the devil's playthings. Is essentially, look at that. I can't remember exactly why it happens, but his hand gets all possessed, and then he decides to chop off his hand, and then it goes on a murder spree.
Oh, yeah.
And him and his high school buddies have to go and figure this shit out. And I remember because it murders his high school buddies, and then they come back as zombies, but totally capable zombies.
Totally capable zombies. You're right. Yeah, like they had a lot of their higher intelligence still intact, which is weird to me.
Jessica Alba's the love interest.
That's right. Okay.
And the whole thing's based around this high school dance around Halloween. And I also love with it, there was that band for the school dance that they got was the fucking Offspring.
That's fucking right.
Offspring. And the hand drops down from the rafters and lands on Dexter Holland, the lead singer of the Offspring's head, and just like scalps the motherfucker. Because I think before that he snuck into a room and it was like pencil sharpening its fingers with like those electric pencil sharpeners, and then yeah, just fucking scalps Dexter Holland.
Jesus Christ, yeah, that's intense.
And then they have to go and do this whole thing to unpossess the hand and kill it, and it is such a silly horror comedy campy movie. I haven't seen it in a long time. And I really wonder if it still holds up, and I'd love to watch it again. But I just remember really silly, really great soundtrack. It was 99, it was the perfect age for me to watch that movie and enjoy it for what it is. But I'm sure it's definitely very much of its time. But
right, 100%. Like, it's funny, I'm looking at it on IMDb. It's got a one-liner for a description, which reads, "A teenage slacker's right hand becomes possessed with murderous intent." That's all it tells us.
That's all it tells you. That's about it, really.
Yeah. And I'm just looking at Seth Green's character. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He does get killed by the idle hand, but I think there was some sort of weird, like, demonic, like, mysticism involved where, like, the main character, he could, like, he was in control of him as, like, I don't know, like a demon sort of piece. What am I trying to say here? Like, he just stayed with him for sure. I think only he could see him though. Does that?
I don't know.
His name was Devon Sawa. He was Anton Tobias. He was the main character, and so he killed Seth Green's character Mick, but only Devon could see him. Right? Does that make sense?
And idle hands?
Is that true? Am I misremembering that?
I don't remember that.
Okay, no. Maybe I'm wrong. Then we'll disregard that.
Like a different movie.
It could be.
It's not just cut that bit out.
Maybe. Yeah, we're playing by some different rules here.
But yeah, like I said, if you come across that and you're bored, check it out. Let me know if it holds up. Tell me about Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, man, I really want to see this movie again. I'm kind of on a mission to watch it again right now. But this movie came out in like 1992. It was fucking awesome. This movie is basically one of your Halloween element movies that was not coming out around Halloween, as far as I know.
I have no idea when the release date was.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it's like,
but it does take place around Halloween. But it's not a Halloween movie; it's a vampire movie. But there's a big Halloween costume scene at the high school again, trick or treaters and whatnot, which always makes for a good setting for vampires because everybody loves to go as a vampire.
Oh, totally. Yeah, this was I'm just looking up information right now.
See, and this is interesting. We were talking about this the other night. So while you're looking it up, I'll fill some time here.
Thank you.
I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. My introduction to Buffy the Vampire Slayer was Sarah Michelle Gellar. 99 in the seventh grade. Sarah Michelle Gellar she was the thing for me, but I loved this show. It had so many cool characters. And it was my favorite. It was one of the first shows I remember, like, I was excited for. You have to go and watch it because DVRs didn't exist at that time. You couldn't set your VCR to auto record. And then somebody did invent that. It was pretty cool, but
yeah,
definitely didn't have one. So had to make sure Wednesday nights were clear so I could watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I didn't even know there was a movie probably until the 9th or 10th grade.
Oh, really?
That came out 6 years before the series started.
Oh, wow.
And then I watched it, and I remember thinking it was nowhere near as good as the series, but I think that's just because I wasn't as open-minded as I should have been. But then I did watch it in high school, and I have not watched it since.
The movie?
Correct.
Okay. So it's interesting. I had like a little bit of the reverse experience with that, which is when I saw the movie first, and then I saw the series. And I remember having like the opposite approach to that. I was like, this series is not anywhere near the movie. So I think it's more or less like kind of the first experience you had with it too. And that
sure.
Sort of like kind of puts you on the path of kind of how your thoughts and your feelings surround that piece. But I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It was comedic. It was more like almost like a rom-com in a sense, but not really.
Yeah, I fucking love horror comedies so much.
Oh yeah, 100%. It was like so I Married an Axe Murderer. Have you seen that one?
Movie. Oh,
yeah.
Dude, I've seen that movie many times.
It's a great, yeah. So this movie was fun. It's got a lot of comedic qualities to it. I mean, we got Christy Swanson. She's Buffy. We have Donald Sutherland. He's Merrick.
What happened to Christy Swanson?
No fucking clue. She kind of disappeared off the face of the planet. And Luke Perry's in it.
Oh, fucking
Rest his soul. Hilary Swank, David Arquette, Paul Rubens, Rutger Hauer. I mean, this has a pretty awesome cast.
Did you know Luke Perry's son is a professional wrestler?
I did. You told me.
I thought so.
Pretty
Jungle Boy.
Pretty exceptional.
AEW. He is very good.
Super dope. Yeah, I mean, and this movie, I mean, it has to do with vampires, slaying vampires, and all that deal. We basically have a cheerleader who takes nothing seriously and has had like kind of a privileged life at this point in time, and she just fucking links up with this gentleman named Merrick, aka Donald Sutherland's character, who's like, "You've been chosen. You need to kill vampires," and she's like, "No, that's cool." And then she's like,
"I don't want to do that. That doesn't sound fun."
Not in the least. Yeah, she's like,
imagine if somebody just came up to you like, "You're going to start killing vampires." Now I'd be like, "The fuck I am."
No,
I'm cool. I'm going to keep selling phones.
Yeah.
You kill a vampire. Fuck you.
Fuck you, man. Yeah, no. And she just fucking like somehow goes along with it. Like finds, oh, vampires are real. Oh, I got to straight kill them. And so she just fucking starts killing vamps, man.
But the Slayers are super gifted.
Yeah.
So if maybe I did realize I had this unlocked vampire slaying potential, I'd probably change some things.
Yeah, he's like, "You are the Slayer. That's who you are." She's like, "I don't believe you. I'm just gonna keep doing flips here with my cheerleaders."
I forgot she was a cheerleader.
Yeah,
she definitely was not a cheerleader in the TV series.
Right? Yeah.
And did Joss Whedon have anything to do with the movie?
100%,
so
dude.
Both, man. Because Joss Whedon is he created Buffy.
Yeah, he was the writer for this movie. The director was this man named Fran Rubel Kuzui, which is interesting.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea who that is.
Interesting. I don't either.
But yeah, no, this movie's super fun. A lot of Halloween, like horror quality elements, but it's super comedic. It's a fun ride, man. It's a fun watch.
That's a good pick. Let's should we drink a beer real quick?
Yeah, man. Let's take a quick break.
Take a quick break. I don't think we have too much left on that, but I do have a few more things I'd like to say. But this is gonna be a fun one. Maybe. I don't know. Actually, I'm a little nervous about it because I'm not a big fan of pumpkin beers, but I bet Will is jealous as fuck he's not on this episode because this is an Imperial Pumpkin Porter. Porter brewed with pumpkin and spices aged in whiskey barrels from Epic Brewing out of Salt Lake. Beautiful label on there. It's got kind of a very neat, almost matted, textured finish on there. 9%. And it is made with hand-selected whiskey barrels, bring forth bold notes of caramel and toasted oak, which perfectly complement the beer's spices and Madagascar vanilla. Enjoy now or cellar for next year. That is you got to appreciate a good cellarable beer.
You really do. For those that you can just kind of let hang out for a little bit, ferment, maybe increase in quality over time. I think that's really handy. Whoa, big sound.
Big sound. You got anything on the internet for us?
What do I have? So let's check Untapped. Untapped has this sitting at 3.88 average rating. That is derived from only 55 ratings. So this Imperial Pumpkin Porter was aged in whiskey barrels. They do a seasonal release, but it slightly changes from year to year. And so we don't really have a good idea of any continuity for this beer.
It is difficult, right? We looked this up and saw about 17 different variants of it on Untapped. So it is difficult. I'm sure it's more popular than what it says. I just took a whiff of it. Oh my gosh, it smells so good.
It really
smells
does.
Like a pumpkin roll vanilla spice cake or something. Just
phenomenal. I'm getting deep vanilla notes from this.
A nice fall season sincere candle that you want to get drunk off of. This is one of the best smelling beers I have ever smelled in my entire life.
Oh,
especially the season right now. Holy, it is. Damn, it's good.
This is perfect
I'm
for the
nervous to
time
drink
of
it because I
year.
don't know if it's gonna hold up to the
Don't
smell.
don't be scared. Get in it there.
Let's get in it.
Wow.
This is the best pumpkin beer I've ever had.
Hands fucking down.
Wow.
It's great.
So good. So complex, but it is, you said that it tastes like a spiced pumpkin vanilla cream cheese cake. I don't know. It's, man, what a perfect fall beer.
100%, dude.
Perfection.
This is the best time of year to be drinking this particular beer.
Dude, I'm blown away. And this was a $13 bomber.
It was more on the expensive side of bombers, but well fucking worth it in my opinion.
I would pay this again for that.
Oh, easily.
My God. What's it say on their website?
So, Epic Brewing's website states the essence of the fall. This beer explodes with aromas of sweet spices giving way to chocolate and roasted malts. Flavors are reminiscent of a fresh cut pumpkin, chocolate, and complemented by hints of clove, fresh Madagascar vanilla beans, nutmeg, and allspice. It recommends glassware such as pints and snifters.
You gotta drink this out of a snifter.
You have to.
You got to.
We're not doing it justice right now in the glasses that we have.
We don't. I'm going to save it because we don't have too much left, and we've got a lot more in this bomber. That's getting sniftered after this. I got to get an appropriate sip of that. Yeah, don't drink it out of a pint glass. Drink it out of a snifter or a tulip. If you've got it.
If you got it. You should have one.
I mean, I guess it definitely, if you only have a pint glass, pour it in a pint glass instead of drinking it out of the bottle.
Yeah.
Let that aroma pop. Let it kind of sit, maybe warm up a degree or two so you can really let these flavors expand like they should. If I were to see somebody drinking this out of the bottle, I would take it from them.
Agreed.
You can't have it.
Nope. You don't deserve it.
Slap them in the hand.
Exactly.
Bad beer drinker.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. This beer's glorious, man. What would you rate it, Jerry?
4.75.
Damn.
I'm really surprised with that as well.
Wow.
This is amazing. I'm genuinely blown away. I don't know if you could see my facial expression the first time I took a smell and sip of this. I was legitimately wowed. This is a phenomenal pumpkin porter.
Yeah, it's an imperial
porter.
Yeah, this beer is fantastic, dude. I'm up there with you. I'm gonna go 4.5 on this beer. I hate pumpkin beers.
I'm not a big fan of pumpkin beers. I'm not a big fan of porters.
Nope, me neither. And so, for us to rate this as high as it is, it's pretty unique. It's fantastic. We definitely recommend going out and locating this beer if you can. It's glorious.
Man, we had nothing but good beers tonight, but this isn't a good beer. This is a fucking great beer.
The aromas, the nose off this is so incredibly unique and special. And then once you go in for that sip, you are not let down, man. It's fantastic.
The smell is so pleasing.
And the alcohol level, this is sitting at 9%. 9. I don't even notice it, man. Wouldn't even tell.
Masked beautifully.
And you're right. You do get this sort of like a cheesecake-esque vibe to it, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, pumpkin spice cheesecake.
Almost like a cream cheese, like a sweet cream cheese.
It makes me think of like a pumpkin Swiss roll, right? But it's obviously pumpkin, but instead of that Swiss cream cheese in there, it's cheesecake.
Yeah. Rich, dude.
Like you're gonna get drunk.
Yep. I am happy about
I could
this.
get real fat off this beer.
I would try. That's what I'll do.
Oh man, good pick.
God,
good pick. I'm gonna comfortably say, even though it's just Vic and I, this is a Brewnomics recommended beer.
Oh,
I will
down.
Speak for Will and Paula. I'm sorry you guys don't get to drink this with us tonight. It's going to be gone by the time I see it's going to be gone tonight. So,
Will and Paula, find yourself this beer
for sure.
When you
and
can.
The rest of our Brewtang clan, definitely find
this beverage.
All right. Well, let's kind of start to wrap up our movie scenes.
Sure, man.
What else? Do you got anything else good? Because I'm trying to think. I've really only got one or two more. Like the one, and this one is fresh in my mind. Uh, because I just watched it Friday. It's a movie I've always wanted to watch. I've never watched it. Just haven't got around to it. Haven't found the movie. But now, thanks to the glory of the internet and digital downloads, I found it and I watched it. And I'm talking about 1985's Once Bitten. This is Jim Carrey's first leading role.
Really? I did not realize that.
Yes.
Okay.
It was his first leading role. So based around Halloween. It is again another vampire movie. And when I say it's based around Halloween, the whole premise of this movie is there's this vampiress, the Countess, as she goes by, beautiful, mature woman on there, but she's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old. She's a very nice vampire, though. She doesn't want to go out and, just murder for blood. She kind of just needs to get her blood to stay young and live forever. And part of what it takes for her to stay young is every so many years, I can't remember what it is, she has to find a virgin male and drink his blood 3 times by Halloween. And by that, on the 3rd time, he will transition to a full vampire, and she will be young and beautiful for another 50, 100 years, whatever it is. Doesn't matter. But the problem is now it's 1985 and the world's in a crazy place, and I'll be damned, it is pretty fucking hard to find a male virgin.
Awesome.
Because the whole idea is you want it to be a mature aged man. You don't want to be plucking no 11, 12, 13-year-old.
She's got
14-year-old.
She's got standards.
That's creepy. So it's got to be an adult man, essentially.
Yeah, 18, 25 or
18, 20. So after that, it kind of cuts to, or it's from that, her and her assistant. Oh, I didn't tell you who her assistant was.
Who was it?
Cleveland Little.
Cleveland Little?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the character name or the actor?
That's the actor name. That is the black actor from Blazing Saddles.
Oh, no way. That's who that is. I didn't realize. Okay.
And the movie with the Dodge. From the greatest car chase movie of all time.
Oh, fuck. Vanishing Point.
Vanishing Point. He's the DJ.
That's right.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So he's the vampire assistant in this one.
Nice,
and
dude.
He's phenomenal because it doesn't imply, but he's just super sassy to everybody. He's just adorable. Cleveland Little's phenomenal. But after that, it cuts to Jim Carrey and his girlfriend's beautiful girl. Can't remember what her name is. I don't know who any of these actors are besides Jim Carrey.
Sure.
But they're both virgins, and he's trying to pressure her into having sex, and she's almost there, but wants it to be special. So keeps pushing it off. And they've been dating for 9 years, and he's getting really frustrated because it was the trope of the 80s, not saying this is how it should be, that she has not had sex with him. So his friends talk him into going out to the city and trying to get laid, essentially.
Okay.
Which is a terrible way to lose your virginity. Just to a random nightclub stranger.
Oh, totally. Or to pay for it.
Pay for it. Not a good way to do it. Not that if you need to put standards or make it special, but that seems like not the way to
not
go
the
about
best approach.
But ultimately, I just thought it was super fascinating because they go to this club, and I can't remember what it's called, but here's the principle of it, right? They these little tables that you go to that seat anywhere between 2 to 4 people, and they all have phones on them, landline phones, and the phones are shaped like big red lips. So, the top receiver part of it is the top part of the lips, and all these tables have numbers. So say Vic and I are out, we're trying to get some 1985 leather-clad poon.
Sure.
Right, big hair poon. Mm-hmm. We're sitting at table 17. We look across the way at table 31. Hey, I like that leopard print and that spandex right there. Maybe we'll do it. I'm going to pick up this phone, hit 31, call it, and lay my best pickup line and see if they want me to come over.
Crazy, man. That's a crazy time.
What a crazy time.
Holy shit.
Just for sheer scientific purposes, I wish I could have been at a place like that at least once.
I mean, that place would not exist today at all. That's crazy, man.
But their table gets a ring. The friend picks it up, says something terribly cheesy, and she asks for Jim Carrey. He goes over there. Can't remember if he gets he's super drunk. She takes him home. Can't remember if he gets laid or not. That's the whole thing.
Okay.
And he feels terrible and tells his girlfriend. And she's really mad. He's like, look, I don't know what happened. I could have. I maybe didn't. But then there's this whole argument. And then he starts to kind of evolve into maybe thinking he's a vampire. Because it used to be he was a morning person and he hated rare steak or burgers. He would eat pretty much, well, like we call them hockey pucks. Is kind of running joke. And all of a sudden he started sleeping in, eating rare steaks, all these crazy things. And then tells his girlfriend, you know what? I think I'm turning into a vampire.
Like he says that specifically in the movie.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Pretty much. And then they go on and he keeps trying to fight it. But of course, she's a seductress. There's that vampire charm that they say is a real thing that they kind of play into this. And there's this huge dance scene at their high school dance where it's literally the vampire trying to outdance and seduce his girlfriend on there, and they're battling back and forth, and it's actually a really great scene. So overall, the movie was pretty fun. The Halloween aspect of it was the dance was a Halloween dance, and they have a costume contest, and he wins as a vampire, and he gets really upset because he says he's not in costume. He didn't have time to put on a costume. It's just him being him.
Jesus.
And I won't tell you how the movie ends in case you want to watch it. We'll kind of avoid spoilers on here. But it was really fun. There are certainly parts of the movie that would not hold up today.
Mm-hmm.
You could say would be considered egregious, maybe in a highly offensive. I'm not going to go into what it was.
Sure.
But it was just very homophobic. We will say that. And
Gotcha.
It was not okay. But other than that, the rest of the movie was really good. And I thought still surprisingly held up pretty well. So very weird concept, but really fun movie. And I'm glad I finally watched Jim Carrey's debut movie.
Nice, man. Yeah, because I think I watched that movie like a long time ago. So long that I can't remember hardly any details to it. But no, I'm glad you brought that up. That's a fantastic nostalgic film.
It really, I'm sure it is if you did it. So yeah, there's one. I would recommend watching it. Again, apologize. I don't apologize. I didn't do it, but be prepared for a little bit of homophobia in there. But tis the time.
Was the time. Absolutely.
What do you got, man?
Yeah, sort of just wrapping things up here. I guess I'll talk about Casper. Casper, the 1995 original movie with Christina Ricci again.
Dude, she was like just between Casper and Addams Family.
She was a go-to like gothic like individual.
Interesting like
niche actress role she had.
It really was
super
because
nuts.
There were always those two. For the longest time, I always got, maybe I wouldn't say confused, but they were right there together, and I thought they were both so cute too. Were Christina Ricci and Winona Ryder. Because you had Winona Ryder like Beetlejuice, right? Being super gothic, which is very Wednesday Addams-esque. And those two were very interesting for their time.
100%, man. I did the same thing for a long time. I couldn't quite like specifically like delineate the differences,
separate
between the two
who
of them.
they were.
Yeah, for sure. And then I was
because I always kind of had the same problem. I don't know why, but with Julia Roberts and Sandra Bullock.
Okay.
Always thinking they're the same person. Even though I'm not a big fan of Julia Roberts, and I think Sandra Bullock is a goddamn gift to humanity. Which is weird, but there are so many times where they look a lot alike, and I kind of flip them in my mind, but Sandra Bullock's just far superior actress.
Love Sandy B, dude. I think you're right.
Random segue. Anyway, sorry.
Clunky segue. Yeah. No, Sandy B and Julia Roberts are kind of typecast very similarly in a lot of sense. Very strong kind of female roles they play. This is pretty good. But yeah, no, Casper, the 1995 version. This movie, once again, is not based in Halloween, but it has a lot of Halloween-esque elements. We have ghosts. We have the undead coming in.
I think there is a trick-or-treat scene in it.
Is there?
I think so.
There might be.
I'm trying to remember, but I'm pretty sure actually there is. It's not like a Halloween movie, obviously, but I think there are trick-or-treat elements that or like a Halloween scene that they bring into each one.
I know there's candy. Yeah, you're right. I can't
Again, it's been
remember
a
the
long
specs.
time since I've seen
Straight up, dude. Yeah, this
But I
movie is
loved
old.
Casper in like the 5th and 6th grade. I
Yeah,
thought they were a lot of fun.
me too, man. I thought it was fantastic. This is a really good. This movie had a lot of heart to it. I mean, there's
Yes.
there's a scene sort of at the end where Casper like gets to fully realize himself as he was before he died. So you see him as a real boy essentially, and he's falling in love with Christina Ricci's character, and Christina Ricci has this whole like dance party at her house, which is this fantastic, glorious old school home. Same set they used in Mystery Men, if you go back to that one.
Really?
Oh, 100%, dude.
It's so cool.
Yeah. So they had the same like house set there too, but at the same time, yeah, this has a lot of heart to it. Like this kid comes with a line to Christina Ricci like, "Can I keep you?" And they're just like they just fall in love on the dance floor. I was like, God damn, this is kind of awesome. Like
That's
they're kicking ass.
Also, one of my more interesting fan theories is who the thought of Casper is, that his name's not really Casper.
100%. Oh, what are you thinking?
Well, there's this whole theory on the internet where his name's not Casper, his name's Richie Rich.
Oh.
And that it was Richie Rich died tragically, and it's actually his ghost that came through because a lot of the lineage and where they were and the way he's drawn his animation and the cartoons were exactly the same as Richie Rich. The house was drawn similar.
Wow.
So there's this whole fan theory that Casper the Friendly Ghost is the ghost of Richie Rich.
Dude, I can kind of see that, man. It blows my mind, dude. Wow. Okay, that's fun. Wow, that's crazy. That's fucking cool. Yeah. No, Casper, fucking lot of heart to it. Just a kid who died tragically, wants to be a person again, makes a fucking right choice when it comes down to it at the very end in the Lazarus chamber. It's God, this movie is good. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I'm perfectly fine with ending on that one.
Okay.
Unless there's something else you have to talk about with it.
Not really. I mean, really, there really stretches on where we're
got
at.
any quick HMs you want to throw out? If not, I'm cool.
I got an HM Batman Forever when the Joker and Two-Face go trick-or-treating at Wayne Mansion. Fucking lovely 1 minute scene. It's fantastic. Check it out. Also check out Beetlejuice and The Nightmare Before Christmas. I think they're great pieces.
Yeah, and The Nightmare Before Christmas is one of the most interesting things. So I think what we're going to do is in a few weeks, we're all going to watch it and just do a review on that one.
I think it's a great plan, man.
Because is it a Halloween movie? Is it a Christmas movie? Nobody knows. Watch it between Halloween and Christmas as many times as possible.
Straight up.
What have you been watching, reading, doing, playing?
Oh man, I've had a busy week this week. So finally, let's see. Let's start from the top. I just beat Just Cause 4.
How was it?
Fantastic.
Good, I do want to play that. The Just Cause series are so great.
It's so fun to play, honestly.
What's the lead character's name?
Rico Rodriguez.
Rico Rodriguez. There we go. Such a suave name.
It's fucking fun, dude. Yeah, the world's so big. You have so much to do in that game. It's just super fun to do. I also watched a movie called, not a movie, but a series called Another Life.
Oh.
There's a Netflix series that recently was released. Basically has to do with this thing called an artifact that comes to Earth. We're not sure what it is. And then from there, we actually send a spaceship. We've achieved faster than light travel, which they call FTL. And so we're like, oh, we trace the source of this artifact's radio emissions sort of frequency. Then we're like, oh, we're going to go there and we're going to talk to him, make first contact with this alien species. So they go there. And then what happens after that? It's very interesting. It's a 10 episode run. And I do believe there's going to be a second season to it. So it was pretty fun.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was a very interesting series, which I'm really getting into my sci-fi right now. It's a good time to be in it.
Nice.
Also, definitely got caught up on my Judge Dredd's. I watched the
you
newest.
Did, yay!
Fucking course I did.
I was actually going to ask if you did.
Fucking course I did. I fucking love Judge Dredd. I love like the old school version and the fucking new version with Carl Urban. God damn, I love those movies.
Talk about that slow-mo scene and then
love it, man.
So good.
Love Judge Dredd. Nice.
Nice. So for me, obviously I watched Once Bitten.
Yep.
I also watched a lot of wrestling, of course.
Of course.
There's so much. But what I'm really surprised is my favorite wrestling right now, it's not WWE. They're doing an okay job. I don't even know if it's AEW who's doing a pretty good job. It's not NXT who's doing a pretty good job. That's how much wrestling's out there. It's
Wow.
not Impact. It's not Ring of Honor. It is the newly revived oldest wrestling promotion in America, NWA, the one that Billy Corgan, the lead singer of the Smashing Pumpkins, bought and brought back. They're 2 seasons in. They air every Tuesday free on YouTube, and it's got this awesome old school setup. All the interviews, all the promos are very 70s, 80s esque. Even the ring, the style, the font looks super vintage. It's got an amazing cast of wrestlers on there. Absolutely phenomenal wrestlers like Eli Drake. God, I'm totally spaced now. Damian Sandow, who was huge in WWE, just came back and signed for them. Nick Aldis, who had that phenomenal match against Cody Rhodes in the first All Out pay-per-view. He's their champion.
Nice.
Just a great set of wrestlers on there, but the way the production's done is incredibly charming. Really well shot, not super high budget, but they do what they do very well within their limitations. And it's just fun to see a newer, old school, totally different wrestling. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan.
Nice, man.
It really is.
Sounds like it.
When I watched Jim Jeffries, one of his stand-ups, This Is Me Now, that was super funny. I've been watching I go on these huge stand-up kicks, and that's kind of what I've been doing now. And
nice.
I think that's about it.
Yeah. I forgot to mention myself that I had watched El Camino.
Oh, shit. What'd you think? I haven't watched that yet.
I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
I thought it was a really good pickup.
And then you said you watched Between Two Ferns. So a few Netflix things.
You're right. I totally spaced. I forgot. That movie was kind of forgettable. What I want to say, though, yeah, El Camino, fantastic. Not a spoiler, but it picks up right where you left off in the Breaking Bad series, which is pretty fucking cool.
Okay.
And it does a really good job kind of giving you a lot of back. It's a 2-hour movie, but it goes by very quickly.
Good.
It's very interesting.
I'm good.
Definitely, I recommend checking it out. If you're a lover of the Breaking Bad series, this will be a nice conclusion to wrap the series up for you.
Good, because there were a lot of unanswered questions.
Yes.
So it's nice, and that's kind of what I've heard. So excellent. I'll have to watch that.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Cool.
All right. Well, you got anything else good for the people?
Not off the top of my head, people. I'll get back to you next week.
Cool. Same here. Well, thank you so much for listening. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you use YouTube, wow, hiccups. Not YouTube. If you use iTunes or Spotify, please leave us a 5-star review. It does a lot. Really helps us. Share it. Tell your friends. Buy a friend a beer. Be good to each other. And until next week, Paula and Will say hi. I've been Jerry.
I've been Vic.
Cheers.
Cheers,
motherfuckers. No, you remember those from Target, those cookies we got? There were the pumpkin cream-filled cookies that were like the sandwich. That's what this is.
Oh, okay. I'm with you, man.
That's totally what that is. It's such a good pick. I don't want to go and just get those and dip it in